Hello and welcome to this RPG Maker tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a mining system in your game, allowing you to mine different ores and level up your mining experience and total mining level at the same time. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is create a couple of items here. You're going to want to make a pickaxe that you can use to mine these ores. Make sure you set all the consumables to no so the player can't accidentally get rid of this item. Second, you want to create the ore that you're going to be using. In this case, I'm just going to use a basic copper ore. You want to set these to no consumables as well. And last, you want to make the mining skill. And you want to make sure that the occasion for this is set to only from the menu. This is so that the player can access it and check what their mining experience and their mining level is while they're playing the game. And under effects, you want to connect this to a common event by going to effects, other, and then selecting the common event. So if we go over to the common event tab, we'll just simply name it mining. And all this is going to do is just show you what your stats are. So we'll start off with your mining EXP, so your mining experience. It's going to be, we'll make it the first variable, so variable 1 out of 100. So your experience is currently 0 out of 100 because obviously no mining has been done yet. Next, you want to have your mining level, which you're going to set to variable 2. And so that'll just display what your mining level actually is. So now we'll hit apply, and now it's time to get into actually making the ore. So we'll create a new event. We'll set the priority for the event to same as characters. And you can use anything you want. I'll use this one for the copper ore. And the first thing you want to do is create a conditional branch to determine whether or not the item pickaxe is in the player's inventory. Now under else, if they don't have the pickaxe, you want to say to them, you need a pickaxe to mine this. If the player does have a pickaxe, then we want to actually begin the mining. So what I like to do for this is just show a animation. You can use any you want. I'll just, for the sake of it, use /physical. And you want to set it for this event. So we'll show the animation and then we'll wait a few frames. So we'll say 15 is a good number. So repeat that a couple of times. So now we'll set a sound for the ore to make when it actually breaks. So we can just simply use break here. And now what we want to do is determine whether or not the player is actually going to level up when they break this ore. So what we want to do is go do a conditional branch for the variable. We'll set variable number 1 was our mining EXP, and variable number 2 is our mining level. So we want to determine if our mining experience is greater than or equal to 100. So if it isn't, it means that the player hasn't leveled up, and we're going to give them the copper ore, and we'll create a self switch A, and we'll just make that a new event page, which we'll come back to later. But if the player does level up, if their EXP has reached 100 or over, then first thing we want to do is change their items and give them one of the mining item that we created earlier. We want to control variable mining EXP, and we want to subtract 100. We can then show a text telling the player you leveled up your mining to, and then variable 2, which will be our total mining level. And so for this to work, we want to make sure that before this conditional branch, you're going to control variable and get your mining XP. And what I like to do is, under add, I like to give the player a random number between 1 and 5 experience per time that they mine the ore. So eventually when they do reach 100, they will be given 1 in their skill, they'll be taken away 100 XP, they will level up, and then they will also be given the copper ore, and then self-switch A as well to finish that off. If you like, you can also show an animation here to let the player know that they've leveled up. We'll just go restore 2. So now under self-switch A, we have this below characters, and we can make this the rubble for the boulder that we had before, and the player will just be able to walk over this. Now you have a few options here. If you would like the ore to only be mined once, you can just leave it here and it will forever stay like this. If you would like the ore to return every time you exit the map and return to the map, then all you need to do is, instead of creating a self-switch A, you just do a erase event. I can't find it here, it is here somewhere, but then you just erase the event. Or if you would like the ore to return after a certain amount of time, which is what I prefer to do, then you can set a parallel process and just await for whatever amount of time you'd like. Just for the sake of this, I'll do 250 frames, and then you turn self-switch A off. So it will then restore the rock and you'll be able to mine it again. Next, you're going to want to create another control variable, and you want to increase your mining level by a constant of 1. Now when I start the game, I like for my player to automatically start with level 1 of mining, so I'm just going to give them one of the mining item and increase or set their variable for mining level to 1. Now I'll just create a self-switch A. So now the player will begin the game level 1. Now I'll also make a treasure chest where I can put the pickaxe, and now the game should be ready to play test. So now I'll launch the game. And under your items, as you can see, you've got the mining, and that will show you your XP and your mining level, which is obviously 0. So if you interact with the boulder, it will tell you need a pickaxe to mine this. So we'll get the pickaxe, which you can now find in your inventory. And now it will allow you to swing away at the rock. It will give you a copper ore. And your mining XP, as you can see, has gone up between a random number between 1 and 5, which is what we set earlier. So in this instance, I've been given 4. So now as you continue to mine away, your XP will continue to go up. So now we'll come back after I've come close to leveling up. So now I'm at 99 experience, so on this last hit, I should level up. There you go, it shows the animation. Your mining went up to level 2. So now we go back to mining. We've got 2 of that item now. And under here it will show the experience you have left over. Obviously it's subtracted 100, so I must have got 3 from the last rock, and it will display your current mining level. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.